Today we're diving into the Forever Notes system. Is this the best way to set up your Apple Notes? This system was created by Matthias, and he says it is a simple, lightweight, digital note-taking and knowledge management method for Apple Notes. It's robust, versatile, and scalable to grow with you. Best of all, Forever Notes is completely free and designed to last, well, forever. I'll have a link in the video description for the Forever Notes website where it has a lot more detail about how to set it up and what the best ways are to use it. He goes on to say that it is not designed to replace tools like Obsidian, Logsec, or Roam Research. I was once heavy into the Obsidian system, and sometimes I still prefer writing in Markdown, specifically when I've taken notes via Readwise on an article or a book. I like that they are automatically synced to Obsidian, and then it's easier to either do side by side, where I have the book notes in one side and the article on the other, or use the highlight article within Obsidian to then write my thoughts on the book below. And if you're new here, I am also very deep into the Apple Notes and Apple ecosystem at this point. So I've pretty much left Obsidian behind for my day-to-day note-taking, and I use it specifically for writing at this point and syncing Readwise highlights, along with it backs up my Apple Notes as sort of a personal archive for me. So I have extensive experience with both tools, and I kind of stuck with the simplicity and ease of use of Apple Notes. This isn't necessarily a new concept. The key component here is what he calls the home note, which is effectively a central hub that runs the whole system. And if you've been with Obsidian or looked at personal knowledge management tools at all throughout the years, you would have seen something called a map of content, or MOC. This home note is pretty much like that. I personally structure mine with Tiago Forte's para method, so I have projects, areas, resources, and then the archive is actually a folder, whereas the Forever Notes framework would have you not create any folders. This home note or home hub has links to all of your most important things, the various different hubs set out throughout the system. And a lot of this is now possible because of the updates that Apple Notes has made over the years, specifically things like note linking and now the collapsible header sections. You could always make headers and subheaders, but the fact that they're collapsible now makes things a little bit easier. And if you have a specific way that you want to view large pieces of information, you can collapse the sections down and make the notes a little bit more pleasing to the eye. So back to the home note, and the whole system is set up via a series of links with no folders. Now, there is an extensive tagging system that you can implement, and with Apple Notes and Smart Folders, you can effectively create the same structure that I have. With over 1,200 notes in my Apple Notes now, I really didn't feel compelled to go, blow up a system that I have that works for me and implement this thing to its full extent. So I've taken little bits and pieces here of the Forever Notes system and implemented them how I see fit. If you're starting from scratch, I think this is a great system, to get you a little bit deeper into personal knowledge management, more tools, and a better framework for Apple Notes without having to dive into a tool like Roam Research or Obsidian, where you might end up spending more time customizing the interface than you do actually getting things done. For me, I can see it both ways. Tags and smart folders would work the same way as regular folders, but for me, I'm often going into a folder, and this is kind of one of the downsides for me of the Forever Notes system. If I click a link off of the home note, and it takes me to, let's say, my idea hub, which is where I keep all of my YouTube ideas and kind of active projects, that just takes me to the all notes in the iCloud folder. So I've got everything in there, which is 1,200 notes. For me, nothing's really tagged in a way that would make smart folders viable. So I still prefer to have a specific folder for a specific task. So this YouTube channel, for example, will continue with that. I have the Idea Hub, which then links a bunch of different things that I have going on. So the various different videos that are in different stages of production. Some of them are in the writing phase. I'm recording some of them are in the editing phase. When I click the link from the home note, it is a little bit frustrating that it goes to the all iCloud folder and doesn't pull up the folder that the note is in. That's a limitation of Apple Notes more than it is this framework. So, I'm not docking any points here or really giving a, 5 out of 5 star type review for this system. But for me and how I work in Apple Notes, I do like to go into a specific thing. I want to keep my mind focused on that one specific thing while I'm working on it. So I do the same thing for the podcast, my other YouTube channel, and my newsletter. All three of those things have their own folder in Apple Notes, so I can easily see what I am doing and focus on one thing at a time. Now, I've started to implement the tagging system a little bit, and here's where I understand the functionality of smart folders pretty well, and I see how it could be beneficial starting out from the beginning. As I've finished YouTube videos or podcasts or whatever I'm working on, I now tag them with hashtag posted. And then if it's a YouTube video, I'll put hashtag YouTube. If it's newsletter, it gets newsletter. If it's podcast, it gets podcast. So I have 3 folders at the bottom of my list that are smart folders that pull all of those tags. So if it has been posted to YouTube and has both of those tags, it goes into that folder. Because after I'm done with them out of the YouTube folder, I take them and put them into the archive. And the archive has, a couple hundred notes worth of stuff in it at this point. So it is difficult to go in there and find things that I've done on YouTube at this point. Sometimes I want to go back and reference what I said, think about, did I even make a video about this thing yet? I can't remember. So the fact that smart folders can pick up on all of that is really useful. And I've found that beneficial to go back and look at, newsletters week to week is a great example. What did I write about last week? I have a coming up next sort of section. It's, okay, did I deliver on what's coming up next in this week's newsletter? So those things have been really helpful for me. And you will have to check out the Forever Notes website because there are plenty of Apple shortcuts littered throughout there to help you set this system up. And if there's one way to get me to try something new, it's throw a bunch of shortcuts for me to play with. I really enjoy using and making my own Apple shortcuts. So the fact that that simplifies the setup process, especially if you were trying to do this all on your own, it would take a considerable amount of time. So he's got things to set up the home note, to set up the journal, which is 366 days worth of notes, plus notes for each month, plus notes for each quarter. And you can set up yearly notes if you so choose as well. That alone, is worth the shortcut in my opinion. The other thing that is important that he provides is a link that opens up the home note. So once you create the home note, there's an Apple shortcut in there to take you directly to the home note. For me, I have this shortcut bound to the action button on the iPhone. So if I need to get some quick access to my home hub, I have it via the action button, and then I can find whatever link I am looking for. There is also a shortcut to open today's daily note. So if you choose to set up the journal and don't want to navigate to all of those different notes, there is a shortcut that picks up on today's date and pulls up today's note. I really like that one as well, and I have my own shortcut that I'll share at the end of this video to make that fit in a little bit better with my own process. Okay, on to the journal. This is one of the biggest features in the Forever Note system and one of the biggest areas that needs improvement in Apple Notes in general. So I'm happy to have a system or a framework out there that helps alleviate some of the pain that is journaling in Apple Notes. So the journal framework is pretty comprehensive, but it does require a lot of manual setup, and that's unfortunately just a byproduct of Apple Notes functionality again and not the system's functionality. So when it creates the daily notes up top, there is a home, a month view, today, back, and next. So you do have to manually link each one of those things together. Whereas a program like Obsidian and its daily notes feature is smart enough with some plugins to, have a calendar that you can click to go back and forth between different days. Obviously, you create the daily note, it knows what day the daily note was created. And then you don't have a bunch of, in my case, maybe blank notes where I didn't write anything on that day, which kind of violates my rule of, not wanting to create folders or notes that don't have anything in them. The month view is the same way. It has a block of text up top with all of the different days, and you have to manually link each day for the month. So I tried this as a, link as you go, if you will, sort of setup. And unfortunately, it is just adds a little bit more friction, I'll say, than might be necessary. Day one is something that I've done videos about before. It definitely still has the top spot here in terms of journaling applications. But if you do want to spend the time and you want everything in the same place, which is Apple Notes, which I'd like to not have to deal with the fragmentation of having my journal separate from all of my other notes just for search functionality purposes, then taking the time to set up the journal, once it's set up, you do this once, you put the effort in one time, it will be there forever. That peace of mind is nice, but it is a little challenging and mindless, to be honest, to set this up and get all of the links in the right place for the setup. So onto my additions to make this just a little bit easier for setup. The today link. So the link to the shortcut that Forever Notes has that pulls up today's note. I copied that URL into its own shortcut that puts that URL on the clipboard. And then in Raycast, I gave that an alias of TL for today link. So I can open up Raycast, type in TL, hit enter. It runs the shortcut, copies that link to my clipboard. So as I'm linking the journal bits up top, I can just paste the today link onto the today text, and that makes things a little bit easier. Otherwise, you'd have to go hunt each time for the today link in shortcuts. Unless you paste it, somewhere else, then you got to go into a different Apple Note to copy and paste the shortcut. I figured that was the easiest way for me to get this done. And then I previously had some journal shortcuts that I created myself. I like to see the weather and the location along with the time when I create a journal note. So I had an Apple shortcut that actually created the daily note for me and put the date, the time, the weather, and the location. So I broke off part of that shortcut and applied it to the Forever Notes shortcut that pulls up the today note. So I have one called today's note with weather, and that pulls up today's note, but in the background, it copies your location, the weather, and the time onto the clipboard. So when you open the today note in Forever Notes, you can just click paste, and all of that kind of metadata header information is right there on your clipboard. I thought those two things helped me save a little bit of time. Maybe they'll help you save some time too. You can check those out in the link in the description down below. Wrapping up, I have to thank Matthias for coming up with this Forever Notes system. I definitely wouldn't have thought about something like this, and I think if you're making a fresh start on Apple Notes, or you want a little bit more structure to your Apple Notes, it is a great system. Definitely if you're already in the Apple Notes ecosystem and you have a bunch of notes like I do, maybe pick and choose, be choosy, be mindful of the effort that it might take to create a new system if whatever you're using is already working for you. But I think this system is great that it focuses on doing work and kind of getting out of the way. So I like that about systems that, that was one of the problems with Obsidian is you focus more on fixing the system and playing with the software than you do actually doing work. So with Forever Notes, you don't really have to worry about, reorganizing your stuff or messing around with the system. It is pretty robust. I agree with the statement that Matthias makes. And if you're like me and you want everything in Apple Notes, then this is a great system to use, combining journal and home hubs and projects, areas, resources, and archives all into one place so it's searchable in one app is great, in my opinion, for personal knowledge management. So let me know in the comments down below. Have you picked up and started using Forever Notes? Do you have some other system within Apple Notes, or are you stuck on tools like Obsidian and Logsec? Look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, later.